Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kitchen Table Talk. This is Kitchen Table Talk, but I messed up my intro. Hold on. Hey everybody, this is your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. This is a new episode of Kitchen Table Talk Daily. I have a few hot topics to talk about, give you all my 2 cents. I want to know your 2 cents, and then that will be it. Up next at 7 p.m., I will be doing a live for challenge. We have a new champ. I can't wait to get into that, but let's get into this first. Hey, I'm going to start with Wendy Williams. Let's just jump right into it. Some of this is going to be hard to get through, and I think I want to start with Wendy so I can get through the hard stuff to get to the shady stuff. Wendy Williams. Prayers are out for Wendy Williams today. I don't know who put this out on the blogs. I have a feeling a lot of this is going to come full circle because right before I started this live, TMZ released some information. So let me start from the beginning and swirl around to the end. The beginning. We all know Wendy Williams has a documentary coming out this Saturday and Sunday. It's supposed to be a two-part film. Everyone knows, if you are any kind of long-term fan of Kiss My Cheeks TV, you know I love Wendy Williams. I'm not even going to go into the whole backstory. Y'all heard the backstory before. I love her. She entertains me. I know it's give or take with some people. I'm a give. Give me Wendy. Today the blogs released that Wendy, the first, I didn't put the first one up, but because I feel like because this documentary is coming out this weekend, I don't know if it's the family, her team, but some people are releasing information about Wendy's condition, kind of like so we can put an asterisk on this documentary. Like I feel like this documentary is going to be really, really bad. The trailer was really, really bad for me. And we're going to see a part of Wendy that we aren't used to seeing. On TikTok, they have I don't know if this is a part of the documentary, but it's like a 30-second clip of Wendy having a conversation with Black China. And she's clearly in this clip not there. Like she's there, but mentally she's not there. Her family or her team, I don't know who released this, says that I'm not even going to try to say these medical terms, but Wendy has the same type of dementia that Bruce Willis has. And if my memory serves me correctly, the type of dementia that Bruce Willis and it's really, really sad. I believe it's more severe, it's rapid, and it comes on at a much younger age. Wendy is young. She's not even 60. I think she's in her mid 50s, if not late 50s. I don't recall. But this is really, really sad news. And it hits home for me. And I'm about to put a little bit of my family business in the street because dementia and Alzheimer's runs in my family's medical history. And when I'm on the phone, I know some of y'all think I'm joking when I'm like, I'm always playing these brain games and memory games and puzzles on my phone because for at least an hour a day, I'm trying to train my brain to be stronger. Because we don't know. Look, a fact of life, she's only 59. Very young for this to be on set with her. We all gonna leave this earth one day. We don't know how, we don't know when. And in my family's history, they live extremely long lives, like well into their 90s, well into their hundreds. But all of them had Alzheimer's. All of them forgot everything, and Alzheimer's is so bad because you forget your motor skills as well. And I really train my brain because it's my deepest fear. It is one of my fears that I'm going to lose my memory and my functions one day just because of my family history. And if it happens, it happens, whatever. But TMZ reported that someone from Wendy's team has filed a lawsuit against Lifetime and A&E. I'm going to give you the cliff notes. I did go to TMZ and read the whole article, but the cliff notes, this is really Wendy's team, someone who is her temporary guardian. Based on the lawsuit, it seems like the lawsuit one is sealed. So if you go out there and try to look for it, you aren't going to find the details. But they said from the details that they could find, they put TMZ put their legal beagle people on it, and these are the details that they are assuming. This is all an assumption. It is not for real. But they're thinking the lawsuit is trying to have an injunction with Lifetime and A&E. I hope I'm using this right, to get the episodes, the documentary episodes pulled. And I believe that's why the family or her team is putting all of this news out there, because we've heard whispers of Wendy, you know, suffering from many different things, and dementia has been one of them that we've heard. This is not new, but the confirmation is new. I just really feel like this documentary is going to be really, really bad. I feel like in this documentary, we're going to see Wendy not there. Kind of like, I'm telling you, if you haven't seen it, go TikTok, look up Black China Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams is not there. Like, Black China is pouring her heart out to Wendy, just telling Wendy how much she loves her. And if you watch the Wendy Williams show, you saw that Wendy Williams and Black China had a friendship, and how Wendy was always there for Black China and supported her. And after Black China poured her heart out to Wendy, all Wendy could say is, my name is really Wendy Hunter, but I'm divorced and it's okay. But he has no money. Like, it's like everything Black China or Angela, whatever she wants to go by, poured her heart out. It was like she didn't. It's so sad. It's so sad. And I was telling my friend Charles today, like, I hate scrolling through TikTok, and I don't know these people's families understanding, because it could be something where before the dementia really hit, that family member could have said, yes, film me. I want to bring awareness to this disease. I give my consent to be filmed and uploaded to TikTok or whatever. But I hate seeing those videos of people suffering from dementia and Alzheimer's on TikTok, because it just makes me feel like you're exploiting your family, and they don't even know who you are. So they definitely can't give any consent to be filmed. And as much as you say it's not for profit, people put that stuff on TikTok to gain followers and to gain some kind of compensation. It's not always for awareness, because I've seen people create t-shirts for their family. I mean, and it's not none of my business. Angie, don't go too far off a tangent. I'm just saying, based on this lawsuit that just came out and all of this information that just came out about Wendy in the past 2 days, it's kind of making me not want to watch this documentary, because I was going to watch it. I was going to review it. The niece said her team won't really let her talk to the family. I don't know. It's giving me the family is the one that's trying to exploit her, because the team is the one who put this lawsuit out there that said, no, we don't want this documentary coming out. And if you notice in the documentary, it's all of the family talking, the son, the dad, the sister, the niece. It's the family talking in this documentary. And I think the team is saying, like, no, we don't want Wendy out there like that. And I don't know. I ain't in them people business, but I love Wendy Williams. I'm going to be praying for Wendy Williams. It's really sad that these forms of dementia don't have a cure. That's the saddest part. I'm just going to pray that the people that have Wendy's best interests at heart are the people that are in control. I don't know if it's the team or the family, but I don't want anybody exploiting Wendy's condition for monetary gain. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just gonna leave it at that. The team is also the ones in charge of Wendy's money, so I don't trust them. According to the niece, they didn't really want her to do the documentary, but she insisted at the time. Wendy insisted at the time. If you're not in your right mind, and if somebody has power of attorney over her, which based on read the TMZ article for yourself, it seems like someone on her team has the power of attorney. And that's really telling, because how is your power of attorney? Because Wendy gave her power of attorney, she should have given this to someone when she was still lucid. So why not your son? Why not your dad? I can understand not their ex-husband, but it didn't. Like I said, I'm just praying, because God knows the person who has Wendy's best interest at heart be the one in control. And if whoever in control right now doesn't have the best interest, I just pray that in some kind of way they get out of her control. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Who's next? Let's get into something a little bit not as heavy. Not as heavy. To me, I like chili. I love TLC. I don't have no problem with chili. I just want to use this as an example of how you can have colorist thoughts and not have colorist intentions, if that makes sense. Because colorism is so, the history of colorism is so long, and it's been embedded in us in ways that we don't even understand. I'm not saying that anyone's parents are out here saying light is good, dark is bad. I don't think majority of parents are teaching that. I'm just saying, in the history of the racism and colorism of this country, a lot of this stuff is embedded in us and we don't even know that we're doing it. So I just want to use this as an example. And I'm sure someone explained this to Chili off social media and she got a better understanding. If they haven't, Chili, I'm gonna explain it right now about what I didn't like about it. And hopefully, I ain't expecting you to come out and apologize or anything. I just hope that you learn from this. Now, we all know that she's dating the guy, I don't forgot his name. Is it Matt Lawrence? It's on here somewhere. Where his name? Matthew Lawrence. He played on what? He was on that show with Topanga and them. I didn't forgot the name of the show, but y'all remember if y'all was back in the 90s. Chili is always acting up. She needs help. I don't follow Chili. I don't follow Chili that much. The last time I remember Chili acting up is when she was on that dating show and she had a list of like 50 qualifications you had to have to be her man. And that's why she never had no man. But you got one now, Chili. Let's move on from that. Anyway, they were on vacation and they were doing this cute little dance right here. Someone said, okay, Matthew got some chocolate now. He got the moves. I approve. Chili immediately got in the comments and corrected them to say caramel. Like, I'm not chocolate, I'm caramel. Now, over here, right, it's almost like she didn't like being called chocolate, but she is chocolate and chocolate is beautiful. Never be ashamed of that. Chili then got in the comments to say again, chocolate is beautiful. Also, never said it wasn't. But without my tan, I'm caramel. What's the harm in being truthful? Good grief. And if you notice the emoji, you probably can't see it on the screen, but if you see the emoji that she used for herself, it's the white woman emoji. Like, and this is where I'm saying Chili didn't know she was being colorist in this moment, but it snuck out of her. It snuck out, Chili, because I am a lighter hued, pigmented woman. And if someone was giving a positive comment to me saying, what a beautiful chocolate woman, y'all got some good dance moves, I wouldn't feel the need to say, hold up, this caramel over here, I don't know where chocolate. And then to double down to say, when I don't have a tan, I'm caramel. I'm just correcting you. Like, ma'am, I think I if it's nothing wrong with being chocolate, why make the correction? If all it reminds me of when New York said, if what did New York say? If you love black, love it in all shades. She said something like that. And that's what I agree with. Like, I didn't feel the need. Chili, I didn't see the need for you to have to make this correction. And I definitely didn't see the need of you having to double down and explain that your skin is a little bit darker because you tanned. Melanin is beautiful. And I hope I'm not saying some reverse colorism. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not the colorism expert. But I love a tan. Like, I love the summertime because I like when my hue gets a little bit darker, because I feel like I don't like being washed out in the winter. So I don't understand why she felt the need to correct her skin tone. It just really it gave I ain't black. I ain't black like that. Don't be putting me over there with them chocolate people. That's the way her response came off. And it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, Chili. And again, I'm not saying you need to apologize. I'm not saying you had intentions of making a colorist comment. I'm just saying, Chili, that's something you need to check deep within, because if you say all shades are beautiful, you shouldn't mind what shade you being called, and you shouldn't be using the white woman emojis. That's not your shade. It's not your shade. I don't know why that bothers me. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not against correction, but it bothers me. It bothers me when people don't use the right shade emoji. Like, people, like, to me, I always try to use a darker shade emoji because I want people to know I'm black. I don't want to use the white woman emoji. I want people to know I'm black. So if you ever see me using emojis in text or on Twitter or Instagram, you'll notice I use the darker emojis. I don't understand. It bothers me when people always use the lightest emoji. Like, it just shows people do have issues with their tone. And it's just something you're gonna have to learn and deal with. And I'm telling you, I can't speak from the point of view of a darker person because that's not my story. And I was taught and I've learned that colorism hits them harder because they're being called different names. But I don't know why it bothers me, but Chili, do better. Like, you ain't have to say nothing. All this person said was great dance moves. And he called you a beautiful chocolate queen, and you just felt the need to say, no, it's caramel over here. It's just sometimes celebrities, it's best to say nothing. What you said, Em, I read that Chili is half black. Who cares? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that to you like that, Em. I'm just saying, I understand that culture, Bangladesh, it sounds Indian to me. They do have colorism over there. In every nationality and culture, there's people who look white and people who look black. And there's colorism in every culture. If you look darker, you get treated worse. So I understand maybe it's something she grew up with. People say she's always been like this, apparently. I've never heard this about Chili. I've never heard this about her. But again, I really didn't follow Chili. And the last I really heard of Chili being problematic is when she had that 50-page list of what her man could do. Without my tan, but she's always that shade. That's what I'm saying. Like, you really just showed the world that you aren't happy with your skin color, Chili with all these comments. But let's move on because I don't want to drag Chili too much. I just want to point it out and hopefully she can learn something. And if she doesn't, hopefully somebody else can learn something. Black is beautiful in all shades. Now y'all could be like, bitch, you ain't never had to endure. How you gonna tell us? I'm always open to learning because somebody had to teach me. Same. My skin is so clear and plump when I'm more tan in the summer. I agree, Em. I love me a good tan. I will sit out in that sun with my sunscreen and be chilling. Right. It's Kim K. That's a white woman emoji. That ain't even the black woman emoji. You should have used the one with the blonde hair, but let's move on from Chili. Let's move on from Chili. I'm not even supposed to talk about this. How many minutes I got? Because I got to do the challenge in 15 minutes. I'm not even supposed to address this, but I watched this on my Instagram this morning and it highly pissed me off. Now I'm going to start with saying I'm not going to tell anybody who to vote for. That's not my place. I can't encourage you to vote, but I can't tell you for who. But I will say, how dare you insult African Americans, sir? Because I don't even know your name. What's his name? It ain't on here. But this came from Fox News, so I shouldn't expect anything less. But how dare you say that Trump is smart for releasing a sneaker because Black people love sneakers, especially in the inner city. He's now going to gain the Black vote because he released some whack ass, ugly ass gold sneakers. Now, I can't dive in this too far like I want to. This is probably why I need a Patreon so I can kind of monitor who's listening to some of the things that I really want to say. But, sir, I'm just going to go ahead and say it how I want to say it. Sir, fuck you. Fuck you and everything that you stand for to insult African American people to think we're no more than materialistic items. And if you throw a little bit of flash in front of us, we'll dance like puppets and do what you think we're going to do. And I'm going to leave it at that. I keep saying I'm going to set up my Patreon so I can really go in. But this highly pissed me off. This is extremely racist and extremely offensive. But are we surprised that this is how people really think? I'm going to get into this another time because I have to do my video for the challenge coming up. I know I should have did the challenge at 6 like I started to. I was supposed to have a meeting today at 6:30, but they canceled it. So we have a new challenge champ. I was going to say challenger, but we have a new challenge champ. We're going to get into the finale of the challenge in 15 minutes. I'm about to set the slides up real quick. And we're going to get into that. Thank you for listening to these few hot topics I had today. Please get in the comments and let me know what you think about Wendy Williams' situation. Do you think they should pull this documentary or should they let it ride? Let me know what you think about Chili's situation. Did you think it was colorist, not intentionally being colorist, but she just let that colorism jump out of her real quick because somebody called her chocolate? And let me know what you think about this fool who think Black people gonna switch their vote because somebody released some sneakers. Like, Jesus, pray for this country, y'all. You refuse? We gonna get in. I titled the video "A Win Is a Win." A win is a win. He won it. He got the check. It ain't nothing we could do about it. We gonna get into that in 15 minutes. Please like, comment, share. I appreciate everyone who shares my content and everyone who subscribes to the channel. I appreciate and love all of you all. I'll see you all in 15 minutes for the challenge. Bye.